All right, what's going on, boys? This is for the cat boys. I'm just joking. Somebody's gonna take that seriously. What's going on, man? So today we are gonna be doing the battery relocation for the TSX. This is something that's been in the work for quite some time. I'm gonna be showing you guys what is actually the process of it. So the whole idea of this is to relocate the battery from here to underneath the headlight on this location right here. You might be wondering what's the purpose of it. Obviously, a lot of people like to go turbo, clean up the engine bay, get rid of a lot of stuff, make it look nice. And one of the difficult tasks is to relocate the battery. A lot of people don't like putting in the trunk specifically because they have to run very long cables, and after over time they have issues. So we're gonna be relocating the battery from here to underneath the headlight. All right, so there's a couple things that I need to cover in order for you to understand how to properly install it. Here we have the battery relocation box that we have made. We offer this in mild steel and also stainless. You might be wondering, there's always going to be that person that doesn't know the difference. So the big difference between mild steel and stainless is going to be that mild steel can rust and stainless doesn't. Okay, they're going to look exactly the same because this is a mild steel version. Okay, so you really can't tell the difference, but you'll be able to tell the difference when it's rusting away. So that is one of the big factors. Is if you want to buy one that's mild steel, definitely paint it, all right, or even get it powder coated. I do offer powder coating if you're interested in something like that, but I just wanted to let you know that it's one of the questions I get all the time. People go on the website and see the price difference, and they look exactly the same, and they don't know why. That is the big difference, okay? Mild steel does rust, and stainless doesn't. Okay, so if you do get a stainless, you don't have to worry about not rusting away or anything at all. So as you can see here, so once again, one thing I do want to cover is don't go by this battery. This is just a TSX that we're borrowing off a buddy. So we're going to be using the OEM battery, which is a 51R. Okay, so what specifically that is the batteries that come stock on this cars. Okay, so we don't have the small batteries or anything generically different. So it's just designed to be for the OEM battery that we have made the boxes for. Okay, so one of the things that I'll be offering with the TSX is obviously the charge harness kit. And just bear with me, I'm gonna cover some of the details that towards more of the video, but I'm gonna be showing you guys how to install the battery here if you're interested in doing it just without the cables. And if you want to do it on your own cables, that's your own thing. Okay, so one of the things is, in order to relocate the battery underneath the headlight, sadly, as much as it sucks, you're gonna have to get rid of the what's it called, the windshield washer bottle. Okay, normally it will go here underneath. Okay, that is where the new battery is going to be going. Okay, so it has to be relocated, or actually you might be able to put it on the other side, but as of right now, we're only going to be doing the battery trays for the passenger side. And reason being is when people do go turbo, they run all the intercooler piping the other way, so we don't want to deal with that. Let them get all the clearance they can. So once you have removed the washer fluid bottle, one of the things that you're gonna have to do is gonna have to shave this over here. You're gonna have to do it very flat. I'll show you guys in that cord, but you guys can see this. It has to be flat completely, because what's gonna be doing is the tray is gonna be sitting here, as you can see here, completely flat. All right, so I'm gonna go quickly and show you how it looks on the cord that we have there, the little lump that you're gonna have to shave off. All right, so here we have just another Accord. It's pretty much the same thing as the TSX. So this is the lump right here that you have to shave off. You can get it with the grinder, and you want to make it as flat as possible. So you can see here. All right, so back to the TSX. So we're gonna go ahead and mount the battery box and show you how it's gonna be going. There's 3 mounting points on this, and one thing that we have done to the battery box is, as you can see here, we have made the holes slotted. What actually that does is, if you want to move the battery forward or move it back, depending on the tire size that you might have, you will be able to do that. If you leave them right about the center part, it will fit with the fender liner, and it will fit with the fog lights. You can see here, we have the car with the fog lights here, and it fits perfectly. Yeah, and this one got the big LED lights in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount the battery box and show you a little bit more after. Here we go. You guys saw the battery have 2 mounting points on the bottom, and then the last one is gonna be here up top. So let's see if it'll focus. So that's gonna be right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up so you guys can see this real quick. So this is pretty much the battery relocation kit. You can see here, it will tighten up, and here it has the piece right there to hook it. If this thing will focus. All right, there we go. Hit it with the impact. There we go. And you gotta say it ain't going nowhere. All right, so now you guys seen it, how the battery goes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you about the cables. This is I sell this separately, so just know that the battery box is one itself and the cables is separately. This can get a little confusing for your average Joe that has never really done anything mechanically. I know putting the battery here can be very simple, but when it comes to routing the cables and doing everything right, you can do it your way, that is fine. But if you're gonna do it, I highly suggest to at least copy the kit that I have here. If you wanna save some money, or if you wanna do it the way I have it here and buy the kit, it already comes already loomed and already comes with all the grounds. All the hard work is already done, but I'm gonna quickly show you. Mind this, I already took some of the bags off and ran some of the cables, but I'm quickly gonna show you. Okay, so you're gonna get yourself the negative from the battery. So you can see here, it comes with the cover, very nicely done and loomed up. And the negative, I'm gonna run it here to the post mount right here, and it's gonna be going to this side. Okay, I'll do that after I run all the cables so you guys can see this. Okay, so you guys see it, that one goes there, and then the positive one is gonna be this one. Okay, this one is gonna be a little bit long, and I'll quickly show it to you. So it's gonna be going to the positive side, which is right here. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. All right, and I'll tie everything up in a second, but I want to give you guys the idea how it goes. So this one is going to be going to your fuse box. Okay, so these 2 cables, I'll run them through here. Okay, you can see here it has the logo, comes around. I ended up taking the headlight off just a bit so I can show you guys to run the cables. Obviously you can do this a little bit nicer. The car is completely bone stock, so do mind that it's a little bit messy. Usually when the cars are kind of a little bit more tucked away and doesn't have 1,000 wires. Yeah, so this car is mainly set up for music, so he obviously is not trying to, you know, clean up the bay or anything like this, but we're just using it for muck-ups, so do understand that. So those 2 cables are gonna run through here. You can obviously do a better job, zip tie it a little bit better, but mind this is just for you understand what you need to do. So you're gonna run the cables, and they're both gonna be going here. It doesn't matter which one, you just want the positive to come to the fuse box. So that right there comes around, okay? And it goes back to the side of the positive of the battery, okay? All right, the next one is a little bit confusing, and a lot of people can get themselves in a little bit of trouble sometimes putting this one, specifically because you're gonna have to remove your intake manifold, at least the front part, to able to work a little bit better. And I have a better video on the RSX, so if you do want to watch this, how to install it, but I'm quickly going to go over the details, how it goes, okay? So there's 2 cables here, okay? And the way it's going to be working is you're going to get 1 cable from the starter to the alternator, to the positive side. So you can see there, all right? And then from there to there, and then the other cable is going to loop around, and it's going to go to the positive side of the battery, okay? So that's how you're going to be installing this. If you want to watch a little bit more detail into how to install it, I highly suggest to watch the RSX video. I'm not going to take this person's car apart, so I do want to let you guys know that. So do be mindful. That's how you're going to have to run this one. You cannot run it just how with these 2 cables in the negative. It is not going to work, okay? So I do want to let you guys know that. So once again, from the starter to the alternator, okay, where the post mount is, and then from the alternator, it's gonna run, and it's gonna go to the battery, okay? So that's this one. And the last one is gonna be the ground, okay? Definitely suggest to add a ground to your trainee, all right? So this one, once again, I have a video on the RSX, how this one is done. And then the way this one is here, quickly gonna show you guys, so you guys can see it. If I can open the bag. All right, there is a bigger side to this cable kit, so you can see here. All right, and then the smaller one. The bigger one is going to be going to the battery, to the trainee, to the where the motor mount is. So you're going to mount that one in there. Once again, I have more detailed pictures on the website so you guys can see it, but it's going to be going there, and then you can route it around, okay, and mount it here. This is what I have it on the RSX, okay, right here for the ground, so you can see how it will go. Again, I don't want to take his car apart, but you can see here it'll come around to the trainee, and then you can easily just mount it here for ground. I highly suggest to put this on. If I'm giving you this cables and this stuff, it's because I went through it and I know what can cause if you don't have enough grounds, okay? So make sure, if you're not even buying my kit, add enough grounds to your trainee and your motor. So that pretty much covers everything. I'm sorry if I talk a little bit fast, but I want to be able to cover as much detail as possible so you guys can understand it. Once again, the battery is going to be going here, and it does clear the fender liner. We already have tested it, so you can see how much room he has. All right, and we already have tested it with the bumper already. All right, yeah, it fits with the fog lights. All right, so hopefully this video was very helpful, and I appreciate all those that did pre-order. We're gonna try to keep this kits in stock as much as possible, but there you go, guys. See you guys on the next one.